Hello
Everybody
everyone,
looks
welcome
brighter
to Out
today.
of the Cold. This is a D&D campaign I'm playing with some friends. These are friends of mine that I have met through various places on the internet, mostly Discord. Should we do some intros? Do you want to go around and introduce yourself? We have. I'm going to go with Diaz.
So I play Sin, a half-elf druid.
And Celia.
I play Sin, a half-elf druid.
Okay, and then Celia.
I played Nyala, a feline wizard.
And George.
I am Moraruk, and I am a bugbear zealot barbarian.
And Luke.
Well, I'm Luke, and I play a rather grumpy human monk.
Yeah,
Just a little
Too
bit.
distant from the truth.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit grumpy.
A little bit grumpy.
We recap on where you were. So you had just entered an ice cavern filled with mushrooms, fungus, growing myconids, animate creatures that were being hacked to pieces by your boss and now former boss, Nargith. And they were speaking into your brain, screaming in pain, telling you that they were being hurt. And you decided to side with the mushrooms and take out Nargith and his henchmen. And we ended with one of the mushrooms leaning over the split open corpse that was torn open by Sin. And it was sprinkling its spores inside, and tiny little mushrooms began to form and start budding and growing and moving themselves and kind of dancing in the kind of Arctic breeze that flowed through the cavern, and the dust and spores kind of drifting with it magically. You took in your surroundings a bit better after this first encounter and saw that the cave was full of these creatures perched on ledges and kind of going about what soon looks to you to be sort of village-like business, like tending to the young, cleaning, cook and growing things and planting things and taking care of the smaller funganoids that are running about and trying to cause mischief around the place. And they offered you a place to stay, speaking to your mind. We know little of your flesh. We have seen you before, and we know what you may require. So they provide you with an area where there are less of the creatures, so that you're not breathing in so much of their spore that's up in the air. And they find you some things that they think would make you comfortable. So they bring you the caps of some of the non-living funguses, and they place them as sort of pillows for you to sit upon. These are ones that aren't living ones. Thank you, baby. And they start.
So you're not telling us we're sleeping on their dead?
Not their dead.
We're not sleeping on their dead.
These were living ones.
Sorry.
That was my reaction as well.
That's all I heard. I'm sorry. I thought what you doing for a second.
So they then gather some of the older ones, some of the dead. They bring into the center of this circle that they've created, this kind of dry, barky stalks of fungus, and build you what looks to be the beginnings of a fire, but they don't have any source of flame to ignite it. They don't have fire.
I got it.
So you, and it ignites, and this sort of very earthy aroma begins to fill the space where you are. And it's a relaxing sort of smoke that comes up from the fire. And they pretty much leave you alone and let you rest and you recuperate around this fire. Do you want and digging into some of the ration supplies that you have after your encounter with Nargith? As you're sitting there, some of the smaller ones become more curious and start walking from the cave and kind of running closer to the fire in their sort of stumpy little feet way, and then backing away and hiding behind some of the stalagmites and stalactites that are coming up from the floor. And then they kind of, you can see them sort of turning to each other, and they're obviously communicating this psychic way, but not connecting to you. They're having these little conversations, and they almost look like they're giggling, then running forwards, and then running away. And then you notice the rest of the cavern is, your area is lit by this new heavy wood smoke fire, and you notice that the rest of the cavern, there is some natural light that filters down through the ice, but there is a glow, a phosphorus glow, almost matching the same kind of blue green from the light above, but reflected in these and the mushrooms themselves. Some of them actually glow and light up the space and create strange stark shadows across the areas. And as the fire is now brighter than the rest of it, you kind of just see these looming shapes just of the mushrooms kind of quietly going about their business. And it's almost deadly. It's so quiet because there are no voices in this. There's just the gentle shuffle of them moving across the ice, their mushroom bodies just sliding gently, placing things, going about a business in a village-like way. So you rest.
Niala is gonna like seeing it dead silent. She's like, should we read whispering? Because I think this kind of rude to talk right now.
I mean, I don't quite know what their game is, whether they're genuinely helping us or whether they're like waiting to kill us in our sleep. So perhaps we should keep it on the down low for a little bit.
Yeah, for when you have good ideas.
So
For
you're telling
once.
me- So you're telling me it's too late to commit genocide?
Why?
Real quick, I wanted to say before they take us away, because I was still in bear form in our last session. I wanted to go hunt that guy down and bring him back.
I think he's gotten away by now,
Yeah.
which
Alright.
concerns me.
You heard his footprints, his footsteps echoing off into the chamber, but you saw the end of the chamber where he ran. A swarm of these myconid bodies moved that way, down towards the end of this long chasm that this kind of chamber that you're in.
Okay, they got him. They could deal with him. All right.
So, where do we go from here? Is the question I have.
I don't know.
Because we're still currently under all this ice. We're probably about 2 days away from
The Kanzaks.
that place. What's going on? What are we going to do now?
Well, we gonna have to go. We can't go back.
Yeah, but where? I beg my pardon. I don't think any of us know exactly where we are or which way to go.
Maybe
And going outside, it's such blizzardous conditions. We'll get lost and probably end up freezing to death before we find any other civilization without proper direction. I was hoping to
Sure.
catch that other henchman because he probably has done this route a few times. But I think our friends have probably taken care of him.
it probably wouldn't be too far wrong to assume that.
My guess
These
if I had to guess, if maybe since it is a time and how did you remember the woman dwarf? It was a woman, right?
Yes. Yes.
The one
Okay.
with the polar bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, as there was the one that was on the polar bear. She was not so much covered in snow. And from the book of what we saw, I think maybe we're halfway through the distance, but that's only my guess and my observation.
Time-wise, that makes sense, but
And she wasn't
we
coming from the way that
orientate
we
ourselves.
went.
If
She
you
came.
if you look at the map that I sent, guys, the narwhal's tusk is on the western corner of the lake. You saw her traveling from the west.
Cookies.
Okay, so she was coming that way.
So she would have traveled
Oh.
from
She would have traveled, but the opposite. She's traveling in the same direction, east to west, but she was coming from the far side of the lake or on the lake itself, and you're heading into the snow rather than the lake. You know that, all of you, because you've looked them up.
So
we're in these underground caverns, right? Now, I haven't tried speaking to these, I don't even know what to call them, fungi, since
Mushroom?
our encounter. However, maybe these caverns go a lot further than we think. Maybe there's a way that we can get closer to our destination without even going topside.
Yeah, we should probably stay in. The thing is, who to talk?
So at that moment, you say who to talk. The one that you supplicated yourself before, Mara, you sort of spread yourself and dropped your weaponry. Approaches, you recognizes the dappling pattern upon its large cap, and it kind of bows its head and releases some of the spores towards you. And
I'm not breathing it.
They okay, and they come to you, Mora. Can you? They kind of dust the fur and catch, and you gradually breathe some in, and slowly the voice again seeps into your mind, and you start hearing him talking. You wish to speak. You wish to commune.
Yes. We
Yes, what?
Say.
we were wondering if you knew a path to the city.
Are you doing this through your thoughts,
Yeah.
or are you saying it out loud?
I mean, I'll try it through my thoughts. If he hears me through my thoughts, great. If not, I'll speak it.
He kind of nods his head, and the other guys, you guys can see this interaction between Moraruk and this giant mushroom like going on, and it's like they understand each other.
I just pull Zing and Van top and whisper. What are they saying? Are they plotting to kill us three?
I don't know,
Think?
but I'm seriously doubting my choices to becoming a vegetarian now.
You won't eat any. You won't eat anything if you think like that.
Let's just see what happens.
The voice continues in your head, Moraruk, and says, "You wish to know is divine. To know and to travel. You must speak to the Elder One, and he has the answers you seek, possibly."
Where can I find this Elder One?
He bows his head, and along the floor, very tiny, red glowing mushrooms appear and light up, and he kind of casts one of his mushroom arm stumps towards it, and they light a path along the floor and follow a trail, and just says follow the path. You guys see this mushroom gesture to his left, and these little boop, 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 little red lights kind of appear along the floor to guide you away.
I'm gonna kind of just like bow to him and just thank you for everything that you've done for us. I will go and speak to the Elderman, whether that is with my friends or on my own. I will discuss with them.
Very
But
well.
thank
And he
you.
kind of then scoops up a little mushroom child that's kind of running too near the fire, and he kind of walks away with the little mushroom child.
Yeah. And Yala just grab him and just shake him like this and say, "What did it say? What is it? Respawn, damn it!"
He said that we can find the answers that we seek potentially by speaking to the Elderman. If you wish to come, by all means come with me. If you wish for me to go alone, then so be it. But
No,
it will,
idiot, you're not going
it
alone.
will probably encounter more spores.
Is this
Great.
Elderman another mushroom?
He didn't say. He simply said, speak with the Elderman.
I
Right.
think it's kind of mushroom-like
I'm-
people, so
I'm probably going to assume it will be a mushroom, because everyone else here is a mushroom.
Yeah.
Or some sort of fungus.
I just given up trying to understand things anymore. Well, they haven't killed us yet, so I presume there's a reason that they're keeping us alive.
One would hope so.
I think it's out of the fact that we
So
prevented
tell
them
me what
from
you're
being
doing.
chopped up.
Tell me where you're going,
Oh.
what you're moving to.
I'm going to follow the red path.
same here.
Or fire rook, yeah.
Narden.
It's unanimous then.
So that's the order. So Warwick, Niala, Sin, Arden, traveling down the path, walking along this little line, and the ones that you've walked past go out, and the ones in front of you still glow and kind of emerge and light up as you're walking towards them. So your path is lit with this eerie red glow along the path as you travel, but the rest of it's mostly in darkness apart from the blue light that comes down from above, just lighting the cavern slightly. And you can always hear this kind of shuffling of and like a slight squeaking as the mushroom bodies move beside you, and every now and then you'll see a little scuffle of the creatures run away from the path where you're walking, or you'll catch some in the middle of the path and they'll be lit up in the light and then scuttle into the darkness to move away from the glowing lights. Make a wisdom check, Morok.
That's a 7.
7. You haven't figured out how this works. Okay, so Niala, you make a wisdom check.
Just let the D&D be on charge.
Maybe nature, if you're better at nature, if you want to. You could have done your nature bonus, Morok, if you got nature.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
You told me a wisdom of nature is the same, so I'll go for nature.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
This is my first and ever night 1.
Okay, so you know absolutely nothing about these creatures and the space that you're within. You are feeling completely out of your depth. This is something you know nothing of, and it's making you feel very nervous. Your body's slightly shaking through the nerves that are in your your body. So your next roll, whichever it may be, is at disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay. So
okay.
you carry on following this path, and you come across, and they kind of you walk along. They've been in a straight line up until then they open up into a ring, and this ring pulses with a red light, and you see a crumpled heap in the middle of this space. It's about, the ring's probably about 40 feet in diameter, and it sits in the center, so 15 feet.
Okay.
Can I see what this crumpled heap is, what it looks like, what it...
You make a perception check, I guess, with that.
It is a 17.
You see what seems to be twisted roots. Twisted, gnarled roots that at the moment are inanimate.
I guess I'm going to kind of just go up to maybe not quite like right next to it, but like just inside the ring, and just kind of just kneel on like one knee, just to kind of like show respect and be like, if this is the alderman, don't really want to tick him off.
And the rest of you?
I just look at it completely lost and just, what are we doing?
What I'll do is I'll get.
You can see that her fur is a bit she's
On edge.
her fur is a bit yeah.
Static,
a
like
bit-
when cats get all like
yeah,
bouncy.
poofed. She's a bit poofed and and she's just looking around and looking at you to have a reference, and just kind of is lost.
Sin, what were you saying?
What I'll do is get beside Rook, but and like instead of kneeling down, I'm gonna like lay flat on my stomach, and like slowly stretch out my hands so I could like poke it.
So you were trying to poke the thing in the middle.
Yeah.
You're lying flat on your belly and you're poking.
So you're
Yeah.
prone.
Of all the reactions.
This is only going to go well.
You're absolutely. You're so you count yourself as prone because you're on your stomach. You reach out, and as your hand slides towards, from all four compass points, like from the compass points, more lights of these mushrooms suddenly glow up, and this thing rises up and sort of swells, and these gnarled, twisted roots sort of inflate, look like they're filling with liquid and pumping with vital essence, and this thing kind of inflates up to its full height, and it is a mushroom of ginormous size. Its cap red and swollen with white spots, dripping with this the dust of the spores, and dripping with this kind of like cave moisture, and it kind of runs down the side of it majestically, and it rains down, and the light is refracted in all these little red droplets as they fall down to the ground around you. So it's like a red glistening rain falling from the cap of this huge mushroom. And again, the spores fall. Can you all make con checks apart from Oruk?
So I'm at this.
That's
Con saves it would be, sorry.
17 again.
Okay.
The role of the film.
Yeah, got a 10.
10. Then
Oh, I got 14.
14. Okay. So Sin and Arden don't hear this. Nyala and Moraruk hear. Welcome, my friends. It would seem that you are at some sort of impasse. some sort of crossroads in your life, both mentally and physically. The choices you make now will forever shape your destiny. What you choose has no bearing in morality, no right or wrong. They do not exist. The universe is immoral. You only have a perceived choice of direction in flow. This draws into the question the idea of free will. Do you control and shape what happens, or was it all set in motion from a finite start of all things? And that everything that has brought us here unto this moment is just an action and reaction, equal and opposites? What do you think back?
Sorry, did I hear this or not?
You didn't hear this. And Sin and Banard and you seem to not have breathed the spores in. But you see the looks upon Morok's face and Nyala's face like change as they hear this weaseling voice in their mind.
I'm going to say, like, I presume that you are the Alderman. If that is correct, we have been sent by... Didn't quite get his name, but the leader of the settlement back there. We saved him and his kin from a murderer most foul, and we were sent to see you as we are unsure of where we are to go. He said to me that you would have answers for us.
Yella is just raising her hand and just saying hi very awkwardly. Are you hearing this like I do?
I'm just gonna kind of just like look at her and just be like, yes, I hear this.
What is this voice? I can't laugh, but I want to.
Just remain calm. Trust me.
So the voice greets Nyala. Greetings. You are most welcome here. We are all to Minchar. One circle, repeating over and over. Now you, at this impasse, you could face the surface, but without a sled or a mode of transport, and it being the season for ice storms, I'm sure you would make it, but the journey, well, I say I'm sure, I'm unsure. If you did begin the journey, it would be slow and perilous, and you'll most likely become a frozen snack for some sort of predator. There are also tunnels and ways that go deep here, far under the ice to rocky places. When you delve that deep, the denizens that dwell in those places may not have had fresh meat or meat of your kind for a long time. That being said, there are other ways to travel. The flesh you inhabit is just elements. The spirit and mind exist far beyond that sack of skin that you call and bone that you choose to call yourself. Or, of course, you're most welcome to stay here and join with Taminchar. Become the colony. We would care for you, and your pots would eventually become mulch, and your elements would merge with ours, creating new strains, new family, to continue cycling until we end our days in this form and become naught but energies freed from the corporeal.
Sin, is it just me, or is this silence getting awkward?
Yeah, it's getting pretty awkward. Like,
Guys.
should I poke it again?
No.
I'll poke it again.
Let's
I'll poke it. I'll poke it.
No.
I'm just gonna grab his hand and just like.
Okay,
don't.
so, dexterity then for you, Morok, and Sin like a And a
I
contest.
feel like I orchestrated that.
And what am I rolling?
Dex.
15.
20.
Okay, you manage to like grab his hand and knock it back quickly before he touches the flesh of the Tanincha.
Yellow is just like she just bap her behind the head, and she just say, "They could kill us for food, so stop." And she just like turn to Van and Sin and just gather her near her and say, "So there are multiple ways to go out, but on the first one, we go out and we froze to death. 2,
I'm
we
good.
go in the tunnels and we might die from starvation. And 3, it says something about mind traveling, but we have to abandon our body behind. So I don't know what's the deal with all of this. But I'm keeping my
Okay.
body, okay? I'm
On
keeping
a
my
number on 1 to 10, how high do you feel right now? Because I'm sorry, we're standing in a
Number
cave
one.
and you two are huffing mushroom spores, and you expect me to believe there's some kind of magical.
It's not me.
No, I have to agree
Okay,
with
straight
Arden
away,
here.
sorry.
We don't hear anything.
It's
Only
not
you
my
and Rook have
fault.
been
You
talking
guys
to.
are so few open-minded.
Yes, and the last time
Against
I huffed a bunch of those spores, I fell unconscious, so forgive me for being
Yeah,
skeptical
and I
here.
have to pick them up
yeah,
real
well,
quick.
go
so-
breathe. Go breathe that spores because actually I think that's make us hear them.
Right.
Moruk tells them. Moruk tells them.
Moruk?
Yes.
They're just dense as fuck.
What my little feline friend has said is the truth. We have 3 options basically. We can either freeze to
Freeze
death,
to death, starve to death, or become a mushroom.
freeze to death,
Great.
take our chances in the tunnels, which to me is the most appealing option, or become mushroom. I know for a fact that none of you want to become a mushroom. No.
There's 4 options. There were the 4 options:
There was a 4th option?
ice, tunnel, travel, or become part of the colony.
Oh yeah, there was a 4th way to travel, like a different way to travel, but they didn't say what it was.
Was that the one that you just mentioned? Like, I'm guessing it's some kind of astral projection kind of thing, but through a mushroom network.
Yeah.
I have no, I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, back in character.
Yes, we have those
I
four,
think
4 options.
I would rather take my chances with the tunnels.
I
Brave the snow, and
would
I'm
agree with
sorry,
that.
I'm not willing
Yeah,
to
yeah, me
take
too.
these mushrooms on faith.
Shall I commune with this elderman?
Yes, please.
Yes, as you wish. Kind of like
I don't want to talk to this thing or I'm gonna laugh if I hear its voice.
yes, that's
Mapped
fine.
route through these tunnels would be useful.
That would be very very good, even if it is just
Indeed.
imprinted on my brain. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of turn back to the giant fungus mushroom and be like, "Can you help us to navigate these tunnels to bring us to one of our civilizations?"
We know only the way out. We have not left these caves for hundreds of years.
You know the way out through the tunnels.
Out of this, our colony.
I mean, it's better than nothing. Do you know what happens to dwell in these tunnels at all?
Dark things.
Dark things. Excellent.
Things of fire.
You mentioned the other way to travel. What does that entail exactly?
Your mortal flesh is just that. a bag of flesh. You exist in a higher realm, a space in between spaces, not attached to this flesh, only for a temporary while. Imagine you are a receiver, this body that tunes into the ever pervasive stream of consciousness. We can allow you to traverse that, and then components can be found to bring you back in another place within the material realm, exactly as you appear now.
Exactly as I appear.
There are ways.
Okay. I'm going to turn back to the other three. So
This is fucked up.
we can either go
So
tunnels of fire things, or basically teleport, more or less. They said that they can take us through a higher plane than the material plane, like the astral plane or something, and then bring us to another place with a new body exactly as we are.
Dread of these ways of transport.
I've not. I'm completely oblivious to this.
It's dangerous, however.
It
If-
certainly sounds it.
If we were to travel this way, if our bodies were in any way harmed, we would not come out the other side.
Yes,
And
maybe we can do something like this. So, half of us teleport while the other guard the body, and when the other pass through the other side, they guard the rest.
how would their bodies would not come through until their astral side has?
I don't know, to make things safe on the other side. Because
Still leaves our
here
body,
it's
half
pretty
of our bodies
safe.
unprotected. I don't trust them.
I would be okay with you three going ahead and then me following suit. I would protect your bodies until I was sure that you were through to the other side quickly, safely.
I don't trust you, so I'm staying here with you.
That's it, if we go that route, or we could go into
Is
the.
there anything I can deduce from what he's told me that they've said about this kind of transportation that would match my studies of astral
Okay.
projection?
Go for a history, then.
It's a
Religion.
natural 19.
Natural 19. Okay, so
Ooh.
you come up with, as you think back through your training as a monk and the texts and scrolls that you've read throughout that arduous process to become the level of martial prowess that you have now, you know that there are many realms that exist separate from this plane, and they can be traversed through gates and through projections and through many different ways of getting in and out. But there is risk within those planes, as damage to one's mind impacts damage to the body.
Got our very own matrix here. Right. It does have its risks. Any kind of astral realm is dangerous.
But
They're also inhabited by creatures and spirits, if you would. However, I like to think I know what we would face in our realm. I have no idea what we would have to face in another realm. If the way is to be shown safely and clearly through this realm, then it might be worth the risk. However, if it is a path untraversed by these creatures through this realm, I would rather take my chances in the tunnels.
Sin.
I disagree with you, because if we separate, this is not going to go well for neither you or us.
Very powerful things in other realms, powerful things in this realm.
Exactly. We don't know how deep these tunnels go. They could potentially go as deep as to old ancient things. We don't know.
Well,
Make
neither
wisdom
way is
check,
sunshine and rainbows.
Wisdom check on Morok.
Just straight wisdom.
Yeah, straight wisdom.
That is a 17.
You, in the back of your mind, you think how deep that the tunnels could go.
Hmm.
And you think about the shape of the planet of Earl, with its half side in darkness and blackness, and only the image of the molten lake, the far side. That kind of rushes into your mind when you say the word deep.
Hmm.
That comes to your mind, like almost deep means through and out.
Hmm.
Sin, what do you think?
Well, I don't, like you said, I don't like the idea of going to the astral plane that you guys were talking about, since I never had any experience dealing with that before. And I prefer taking the chances with the tunnel, because at least I know I could defend myself in there.
Hmm. I say we vote on it.
Okay, do a vote. So,
Those in favour of staying in this realm and going through the tunnels, say aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yala? Would you prefer
I'm
to go?
not convinced.
Not convinced.
I'm
Okay.
not convinced. Both
It's your
of those
vote. We have to
options
make a decision.
Hmm.
both of those are really dangerous.
Yes.
Neither we end up in the dark with fire, neither we get in an astral plane that may separate our bodies.
What do you suggest then?
I personally
The
suggest that we
voice
go.
creeps into Nyala's head again and says, or you could stay with us and become mulch.
I'm sorry, I like my body. I would like to go.
Tunnels?
Tunnels it is then.
Tunnels.
Either way,
Tunnels.
it's 3-1.
I will ask for the guidance. Kind of just turn back and just kind of kneel down again. We have decided that we will be traversing the tunnels. So any advice, guidance that you can provide for us would be greatly appreciated, and then we will be on our way.
Very well. And it bends down sort of to its right. This one doesn't seem to be able to move from its spot in this sort of lighted circle, and as it moves from the cap of it cascades some water that was trapped in this place and falls to the floor, and it as those little flecks of red light splash down to the ground and illuminated by the glowing mushrooms, it reaches down into the darkness and comes away in its kind of amorphous, like what would be a hand, and reaches towards you and lays in front of you 3 mushroom caps, and it says, 4 mushroom caps, and says, These will take you for a time there, away to the place I spoke of the mine.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I will point you the way. I will light your path. So you collect 4 mushroom caps,
Mhm.
and they're in your inventory, Murak. And the lights to the as you're looking at the creature to the right, another set of these little mushroom lights start springing up and coming into life, and you see the giant mushrooms start to shrink back down, and you see the moisture and vital fluids drain from it, and it turns dark black woody color, and eventually forms back into this kind of jumble of roots and is still and solid, and just the path ahead of you is lit, and the lights of the circle begin to dim.
Well, turn back to the other 3. Have these if we change our mind. Just kind of just put them either in like a backpack or like my pocket or something. Put them away. But
What are they?
They are if we choose the astral plane. Just in case.
The words ring in your head halfway there.
Halfway there.
Okay. So it's a get
Halfway
out of jail
where
free card.
woo.
Potentially. But as for now, it would appear we have our heading. I cannot speak today. And I just kind of just point to the way that the mushroom pointed.
Well, I guess we should head off. I can't expect that these mushrooms have much else that they can give us.
No.
It's not like they're gonna have.
Are we
use for
ready?
us.
Well, as ready as we'll ever be.
Yep.
Okay, so you.
This was was it a reference? Was it a reference to a song?
So.
Ready as we're ever gonna be. No, it's just a saying.
It's just a saying.
Probably been in a song.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's
Who
an
knows?
Aerosmith song.
Yeah.
Right, so you
like right up in his like his top register, like ready as you'll ever be.
Yeah, like that, somewhere up there. So you follow the start light, follow the.
Probably a good thing we don't have Bard in this crew.
Yeah. He's learning songs from like
If we're
Marshall.
gonna have a bard, this would have been me actually.
Oh dear.
But I play bard all the time on my other PC, so I didn't want to do it again.
So you proceed along this mushroom path, and it's still all ice and ice floor with a few rocky outcrops that are again bound in freezing cold, freezing water and ice puddles. The floor where he directs you, and you follow this path that weaves through stalagmites, and you eventually reach the end of the lit path, and there is a kind of on the floor near enough a break in the ice, and there you for the first time see a significant amount of dark rock, and a hole that goes sort of down from where you're standing.
Are we still all okay?
I just lay my hand on the rock to see if it feels any warmer than the ice. Which I presume it would do. It's rock, but
it isn't wet like ice is.
I don't know where my brain was going with that. I don't know. Ice is obviously colder than rock.
It's the sticky pole all over again.
Guys, Why am I the only girl?
Mushroom brain.
things
Let's
ago.
just carry on.
So you drop down in the thing.
Hmm?
Yep.
Okay, so there are like craggy, shaly ledges, and you shuffle yourselves down into this tunnel. Ahead of you is large formations of rock either side. So this is hard compressed rock. This is metamorphic. This isn't sediment rock. You know you're deep now wherever you are, just by the general layout and the shape of these forms around you. You now only have the light coming from the mushroom lit cavern above. That is the last speck, and you just dark as far as you can see into this tunnel.
Is everybody okay for vision? Can everybody see?
Yeah, I can see in the dark. I'm good.
Yeah, I have dark vision too.
1, 2, 3. Valarden?
I take out a torch.
I'll light it out for him.
Cool. The tunnel lights ahead of you. You can
3
see
of us have
about
dark vision.
you can see about 10 feet ahead, Van Arden. You rest of you guys see a passage that just goes down into darkness. Again, sort of with a slight incline.
Just keep following this passage until we find
Keep
something, I
going
guess.
I don't know, until it opens up or
Yeah.
if there's any...
Okay, roll
until it change.
perception check.
Oh,
Everyone?
Everyone.
Yeah,
that is a
go on.
19.
Perception. What's my perception?
Got a dirty 20, 17 plus 3.
No.
26.
What was that, Niala? That was a sad sound.
Wait, you tell me. I think I got the wrong dice.
Perception, please.
Yeah, I made performance. So I have a 15.
Okay. You all.
So that-
What was your sin again? Sorry, go again.
26.
6.
26.
26. Oh, yeah, blinded. Okay.
Damn!
Wow.
Yeah, that is some seeing.
That's a good perception
Oh,
check.
damn!
There
I
is.
thought, plus 6 and I rolled a 20. Now it's like, oh shit.
So you got a natural 20. Great. So
So you a smell comes to you, Sin, and you all of you smell it, but Sin knows immediately what this smell is. It is a smell of sulfur.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Well, there's no turning back now. Yep.
I'm just going to say this as a feline. I would just smell this and smells like and just say, okay, why does it smell like eggs?
wasn't me.
It wasn't me. If it was
Who
me,
did
you'd be
it?
dead.
Who did this?
No, that was a reference.
Morug. Morug. Did you did this?
If it
I'm
was
sure
me,
you
you'd be
did
dead.
this. You did this,
No,
didn't you?
I told you. If it was me, you'd be dead.
Make a insight check, Niala, to see if you think that Moraruk is the culprit.
If you get this pinned on you, that's hilarious.
Is that?
I got a 22.
You definitely think Moraruk did it.
Is that because?
Well, hold on, no. Wouldn't a good roll mean that she can tell that he's telling the truth, that
Well,
it
yeah.
wasn't him?
No, it means she
If it was a
trusts
bad
her.
roll, she would think it was him.
She trust her insight.
Oh, he's obviously lying.
No, her insight was that he did it, so she believes her insight was.
Pretty sure it's not how insight works. I'm just going to I'm going to affirm my own suspicions. Yes, that's like
So
okay.
whether-
I'm going to go with it because it's hilarious.
so
but cool.
whether he's telling the truth or not, yeah. So he was telling the truth. So you believe he didn't do it. Go on.
I'm more than happy for him to go that way anyway because I think it's hilarious.
You don't
Was
think you don't think it was Morok anyway.
Was it the Shrek reference? Was it just...
So you proceed further
Brimstone.
down the tunnel and come to a crossroads. Just a tunnel left, a tunnel right, and Sin with your roll of nat 20.
Real quick, before we continue heading down, I turn off Arden's torch.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, because it's extremely flammable.
Okay. So you get to this crossroads, and how are you
can't see
guiding
anything.
Arden?
I just grabbed Miata's tail. It's dark. What the hell else am I supposed to do?
Are you sure it's a tail?
You get to this point.
Can I slap him? Can I bitch slap him?
Yeah. Okay. Roll a d4 and see how much damage.
Do I not get a chance to dodge it at least?
Yeah.
It's in darkness. You can't see.
Go for like an unarmed hit then.
An unarmed strike?
Yeah.
It's dark.
But I
You
have-
can't see anything.
Then
I
she
have
gets it at
clothes.
advantage because it's dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like,
You can see him perfectly. Because he's so close, you can slap him with the knife.
Can I roll with advantage? Since
Yeah.
I can see in the dark.
I'd say so because I'm just.
Yeah, definitely.
$21.
21. What's that? 1 plus your strength modifier, is it?
No, because she's a
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi, so she's got claws.
Oh, so it's
She gets unarmed strike.
1 plus. Is it D4 for Tabaxi?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Are you hitting me with claws out, or are you just giving me a slap? Please say it's not with claws.
Claws.
Guys, roll me a d4 if I do it with clothes or not.
So,
I got a 2.
I got a 4.
oh god. 1 sec. D4, yeah.
4, 2,
I got a 4.
4, 8.
I don't know whether that's good or not.
On the 4, I do get my clothes out.
Oh,
On
shit.
a 2 though, it's only as a bitch slap.
Well, there's been 2 4s
Two-
already, so I'm
two of us got
definitely
4.
getting I'm getting claws. Right. It's gonna sting.
I'm gonna say it to you. On my damage for clothes that I rolled, I got a 2.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bitch slap you and hit you with my quarterstaff in the guts.
Okay.
She gets 2 attacks? What? This was the deal.
You touched the tail of a lady, sir.
It's a fine lady.
Killing each
But-
other in the tunnel.
I'm just gonna take the damage and shut my mouth before I get hit anymore.
Mhm. Okay, so you come to this this crossroads in the dark with Van Arden just kind of listening to your footsteps. I'm
We
guessing.
still haven't defined how I'm being guided. I'm still walking blindly here.
I'm just
I've
going to
I've
pick
just
you
been
up.
slapped up a bit.
I'm just going to pick you up and sit you on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And
the roof is
as a
pretty
slap,
low,
I-
and
Okay.
As a slap,
make a dex, Morok. Just a dex check.
17.
Okay, you managed to pick him up without smashing Van Arden's head into the roof of the cavern.
Damn it.
I feel really emasculated right now.
You're kind of crouching down with your hands up, trying to protect your head from anything that might be above you, as these guys seem like absolutely like breeze through this tunnel and get to this crossroads, the left and the right in front of you. Sin, with your perception that you made earlier, you have kind of been tracking that smell of sulfurous gas, and you can tell that has been streaming from the left hand cavern, and the right hand cavern doesn't appear to have any of that scent coming from it. It's more strong in that area. It's permeated the whole space, but you can sort of feel it coming from the left passageway.
Please cue a Lord of the Rings reference right here.
No.
Always follow your nose.
So, which
So
way
only
do we
Sin
want
knows
to go?
this, yeah.
Which way do we want to go?
I'll tell him, right? Because as far as I know, Rook is the one that was given somewhat of a direction and where to go. So I just tell him, oh, like you said the left side, right? That has the smell.
Yeah, the left is the tunnel with the smell.
Yeah, I tell Rook that on the left side. Can they smell it too, or is it like?
The smell is permeating the whole space, so there's a smell of sulfur. But with your high perception of it earlier on, you can smell that the direction of it, it's flowing up from that way.
Oh, okay. So yeah, basically.
Can I roll for perception 2 for the smell?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. Well, I tell Rook that the sulfuric gas is coming from the left side of from the left side, basically. And that, as far as I know, the right side is like perfectly fine.
So I
reckon we
rolled
should go-
an 11.
11. You your scent is quite confused, but you are as you turn your feline head that way, you pick up a stronger sense of that way, and also the soft tip of your nose feels a little bit of heat from that way, like slightly warmer, like because your bare feet are on the ground as well. You can sort of feel a change as you move to that side of the tunnel, but ever so slight.
I think her eyes just go wider, and she grabs the nearest person she has, and she's like, "There is a volcano. There is a
It's all
volcano
right for her
under
to
here."
grab people, but
Oh, fuck you, okay?
Shut up.
There is a
it's too dark, I
volcano
can't see
under
it.
here.
Anyway, which way do we want to go? Towards the smell or away from the smell?
Away from the smell. You don't want to end up in the volcano, I tell you.
Away for sure.
I want to go towards, but it's probably not the safest.
Certainly away.
So, are we saying away?
Yeah.
I think so.
Excellent.
So you're going away from the smell. You can take the right-hand tunnel.
Yeah.
It would seem so.
Okay, so you proceed along the tunnel, and as you head to the right, the passage makes a very, very sharp. You go into the right. It makes a sharp left and then a sharp right.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there is a sharp right-hand turn in front of you now.
It's almost like something just broke at this place. I don't trust it.
Make a nature check, Niala.
A what?
Nature.
Do we smell the sulfur in the air, or that like completely gone now?
That smell is dissipating in this tunnel.
So once we're like completely
I got it.
anymore, I'd like to turn on Arden's torch again.
Okay, cool, no problem. That's lit. Sorry, what'd you get, Niala?
I got a 10, guys.
A 10. So you look at the structure, you think it is mostly natural, but that something might have shifted like you suspected.
Hmm.
But that could have been an ice piece of movement.
Yeah.
To create such
figured.
a sharp angle.
Onwards, I'm assuming. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move around this corner, and the tunnel straightens out at this point and rises up slightly, and you see a slight your dark vision becomes slightly clearer, and you can see some form of some sort of light ahead. The tunnel kind of goes up at a curvature in front of you, still very narrow, but you can see like a little bit of light coming down.
Well, it would appear that we are hopefully almost at the end of this foul place.
I don't think so. Maybe this is a trap.
Well,
I don't trust it.
it may be, but at the same time, it may not be.
Where else have we got to go?
Well, exactly. It's
You
either-
shut up. You don't touch me. You don't see me. You don't talk to me anymore.
Well, I've told you.
You proceed up.
Yep, I'm assuming so.
Okay.
Wait, before I check for traps.
Okay, make a perception then.
Second, not one.
As you're
There wasn't a trap, but there is now.
as you're feeling around the walls and just looking for traps, you run your hand along a seam and you slice your paw open, and you take 3 damage as a seam of razor sharp quartz cut your paw asunder as you were feeling for traps, but there appears so far nothing ahead of you, just icy rocky tunnel.
Keep on moving up, I'm assuming.
Cool.
And Yell is just like, ow. Okay, no trap, but no. Be careful with the edges.
You proceed up, and the light is the same sort of light you realize that you saw filtering through the ice in the cave, that kind of bluish, whitish hue, but kind of refracted many times through prisms. You come up, and as you come up, you see a ceiling of ice that is like a multi-jeweled diamond. So many layers and reflections of yourselves, almost completely glass-like, like prism-like. And you see all of your faces emerge from this dark hole into this space, and there are hundreds of you reflected in this roof. And then it comes round and the walls become smooth and drops down, 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 down into darkness. And out of this darkness are shafts of ice with platforms like of ice in between that cross this chasm that has formed. And the top are these kind of pinnacles of ice that come out of a depth unknowable below you. And you see the other side, another similar tunnel that you've come out of, that kind of bores back down under the ice shelf, it looks again. You can see that kind of area of rock that was so welcoming just a short time away from coming out of the Myconid cave. You see this expanse in front of you.
So how do we want to proceed?
With caution.
Obviously.
You know what? Seems well, I have the better form than the rest of you, obviously.
Excuse me.
I'm a cat. You see this obstacle? I'm the best person to actually go there, see if it's safe, and maybe get a rope so you can came across some that are just too far for you.
Counterpoint.
No offense, but I feel like Arden's the best one for this.
Hmm?
I have a different tactic, but go on.
Counterpoint. Javelin, rope.
Oh yeah, that works.
And we're
There's.
you.
I feel like we can make it across from platform to platform quite safely, but I think having
One at a
ropes
time.
for safety to make sure that nobody goes slipping off the edge is a much safer way than just all of us deciding to jump between each platform.
Potentially, yes.
Okay, so as you look out, there are 5 platforms out on this above this chasm. They are staggered, sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a 5th one off to the right, almost next to the side of the chasm wall. This one doesn't appear to be completely smooth on the top. You can see that it looks different from the others.
Can I make an investigation check to see?
You'd have to get closer for that. To kind of be touching it to
Right.
kind of search through it.
I
If I
take out
touch
a rope.
it, I might
I take out a rope, I tie it around my waist, and I hand the one end to Morrook.
Okay.
How far does it look like there is between where we are now and the first platform?
It's about 10 feet.
Okay, I've got plenty of rope. Right. I suggest, Rook, you being the larger and probably the stronger of the group, you wait till last.
I'm okay
When
with
the
that.
3 of us are across, you come over and we hold the rope to support you. No offense, you're a big
No.
lad.
Yep, I'm
Can I say something? Shotgun.
You can by all means go first.
As she says that, I just run because he's already got the rope in his
Okay.
hands and it's already tied around my waist. So I just go.
Okay, so Dex then for that.
Dex acrobatics.
Yeah. Go on.
You and him or me?
Sorry, Van Arden, because he just ran before you could.
That's 14 plus 5, so that's a 19.
Yeah. So you leap across the chasm and land on the first island. The rope is between you. And so you're standing there on the first platform. The other guy's the other side. Maruk's got the other end of the rope.
Do you want to just go to the other side?
No, because then how are you going to get across? We need enough leverage for us to hold the rope with you. If we go too far, then we won't be able to reach you with the rope.
No, because I'll have this rope.
How far is it from one end to the other?
You've got probably, it's about 10 between each thing. Each platform is about you estimate 10 across, like as a circumference if you're talking as a circle. Obviously
so there's 10 feet gap in between each platform, and each platform is about 10 feet.
Yeah.
So we're looking at about 80
feet.
feet to the 5th platform.
Well, I have rope as well. We could just tie it together.
40,
Yeah.
60. Are you looking at
Actually-
30? Yeah. Sorry, about 80. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. How long's your rope?
Okay. Yeah. Then we'll just go over one at a time, and
Yeah.
then when all three of us are at the other end,
I'll tie my end round me, and you hold it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
When we
pray
come
I
on.
don't fall.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump to the next platform, and as he's tied the rest of the ropes round between us, we should all have enough rope, right?
Mm.
So I'm just
Just
going
in
to continue
case
to jump
I
from
have
platform to
ropes.
platform to get to
Cool. You've got decks
to
again.
get to the other side.
It's another Dex.
Come on! Oh shit! Luck was bound to run out at some point. So that's a 3 plus 5, so that's 8.
So you land on the platform, but this one is particularly slick on the top of it, and you slide. Make a like a slight.
Can I jump on the first one and then jump on the other one to grab it?
Okay, so make. So you're going to go like
Well,
a
the
double
rope's
hop.
there to catch
Yeah,
me if I do
that's-
fall. So
that's why
was
I've
the
got
whole
the
point of the rope. I can pull myself back up if I fall. So
wanna-
don't jump
wanna-
just yet.
Okay, so you're holding or you're going, Niala?
I think in the action of seeing him sleep, I'm just going to jump on the first one.
Okay, so the deck's then.
Don't fall.
No.
Around you.
Acrobatic, you told me?
Yeah.
Please roll well.
That's a 16.
Yeah. So you land on the first one, then your feline claws grab into the ice, and you kind of have purchase on this first one. And Arden, you continue
The
sliding
rope will be hanging off the edge
as
of
you
the
go,
first one.
and you have kind of fallen to the far side with your momentum. You've fallen off the far side of this, the second platform.
The second one.
So you've
Okay.
jumped the first one, landed on the second one, slipped, come off the far side of it, and now the rope is spooling.
The ropes.
So make a strength check, Maruk.
That is a 19.
Okay, you managed to you brace yourself. How far away from the edge were you?
Maybe like 10 foot away from the edge.
Okay, you slipped by about 2 feet, like towards the edge on that tug on the rope, as it was so sharp. Arden, you're hanging now from a rope around your middle. You see darkness below you.
Can I just like pull it so that it just pulls him back up?
Okay, so you're
And as he pulls, I'm going to try and start climbing up even.
yeah.
That'll help.
So you pull yourself back onto the platform, and chips of ice fall down into the dark chasm below. Make a perception, Arden.
Slippier than it looks. Perception.
Actually, wait. Sin, can you transform me into a bird, a owl, something like that?
Nah, that's a level 8 thing.
Okay. Because I was going
That's
to have
a
an
9.
idea.
That's why you guys are doing all of that. I have to be level 8 for me to fly.
That's a 19.
A 19. You hear the ice bang off the walls that you've chipped off. You hear another sound. A slithering.
Slithering.
Yeah, like something
Like a snake.
Shit.
something slid.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
We need to move fast. Guys, there is something alive down there.
Oh fuck.
Fast and quietly.
Mm.
And have you got any rope on you? Nala?
I do have ropes.
Okay. Rook, how strong are you feeling?
Let's go.
Nyala, tie your end of your rope to the rope that's now taut across between me and Rook. So basically, he's holding one, but at one point it's gonna split up from where she attaches her rope.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're holding two of us.
This is going to get straight.
Damned if she's going to go across the next 5 with perfect rolls.
Okay, so
Right, I'm going to continue
okay,
jumping
so
across.
we're gonna from this point when you've now found your footing on here, you can see the odd one of these ice platforms to the right, and you can make out what appears to be like a boot underneath some of the ice and snow that's there.
So it
Van,
looks like
Van, I think we
bodies.
might have to stay quiet.
Bodies. I agree.
And then as
You
she
want to
said,
make stealth checks then, please?
Let's make stealth checks.
Oh no.
It's Baruch's big feet like, do.
I have disadvantage on this.
21.
I think 17.
It's a
I
group.
think the next time I level up, I'm definitely going to take a level in
Nat 20 soon.
Rogue to try and get.
one.
Oh, that's a 1.
No,
Oh no, he got a 1. Oh, we're not going anywhere still. Hold on, is this a group check or is this individual checks?
So we got a 1.
My lowest was 15.
Oh, 115. Arden? What was yours,
17.
Arden? 17 and 20 something.
21.
Okay, so yeah, you passed the
Okay.
stealth check. At the moment, you are
Okay.
quiet. And Sin, you are stumbling round for some reason behind Mara, trying to get a better look into the pit.
He's just standing still and managed to make noise.
Where,
Achieved.
I was just
Sorry.
like, rolling on the
when
ice,
Arden warned you of
light, and I was like, whoa.
when Arden warned you of that you need to be
Slipping.
quiet, there's something alive down there. You actually tried to look round Moraruk's huge frame and look down into the pit.
Oh dear.
And yeah,
Right,
you then
yeah.
heard the slithering also. So you're on the second platform, Arden. You can see this boot underneath some ice or snow, a bit of a cape, maybe.
Oh,
On my platform or from the 5th platform?
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that almost go straight across, and you've got this one off to the right.
Oh, the boot and the cape is on the 5th platform.
The
on
odd
the
platform
right,
to
yeah.
your right, yeah. That isn't kind of
Okay.
the
But
way
that's-
to traverse to your destination.
But that's the furthest one from me, right?
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that go across the chasm.
Yep.
Then to your right, in the middle of number 2 and 3,
Oh, okay.
you've got
So we don't need to
one
go
off
across
to the
the front.
right. Yeah, hold on. I'll just try and
How far's the jump then from that to that one then from where I am? Are they equidistant or is that one
yeah.
even further?
like so. You are.
I
This
see.
is 1, 2. This is where you want to
Equidistant.
go. This one is off to the side. It doesn't. It's against the wall of the cabin.
But there's a boot and a cape there.
We don't trust
Damn
it.
DM tempting me with loot.
Or it could be, a trap.
Wait.
Just a dead
I
body
still
from the snake.
I still got my fishes. I could use them to lure the creature.
No.
Just gonna start loving fish.
Let's not feed the beasts. Let's not feed the beasts.
If it's
Because you know what
dead,
happens
it
when you
will
feed them? They
eat us.
come back for more. Anyway, I'm not actually shouting this argument in character because otherwise we'd all be dead by now.
Yep.
She's just showing the fish like.
All right, what I'm gonna do real quick because I just been standing here.
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna take out my axe.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a head start and jump onto the first platform and use my axe as like an anchor in case I start sliding around.
Oh, okay, so make your dex, and then you're gonna have an advantage on it because you're using your.
Oh, I got 19.
You're straight across. So you're on the platform with Nyala now, and you have no rope tied to you.
No, I got my axe. I'm good. I do it again on the second platform.
Go on, see if you can hop across with your elven light-footedness.
19. Let's go.
So you're now with Arden.
Putting us to shame. I'm gonna jump off to the right, and I want to go and see what that body is.
Okay. So,
Because it could be one of the other 4 party members.
But
from
it
the
could
crutch.
be a trap.
It could be a trap, but
If it's a trap, I'm dropping you.
we'll just find out when I get there. I jump over to it.
So you need to do dex to get there. Acrobatics.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's a 22.
You land completely sure-footedness, now taking into account the glacial edges of this platform, and want to make an investigation roll on this.
Can I check for traps first?
Oh yeah. So yeah, go. You're gonna make a. What you're gonna do to look?
I'm sure that'll be an investigation or perception, isn't it? I don't know. That's a 17.
So you look around. There doesn't seem to be anything apart from this heap.
Okay, I'm gonna dust off whatever snow or ice is on it, frost.
You dust
And
off
try
the
and
outer,
make out what I can of the body.
You dust out the outer layer, and you see a corpse preserved in the ice, laying down on its front, clutching something. You can see a hilt underneath at the back of its hand as it's laying down. It's back to you, but the ice is solid on top of it. It's kind of frozen inside, like inside this permafrost.
So is the hilt above the permafrost or in the permafrost?
Inside.
It's just got a blade. Okay. Is there any part of the body which is accessible?
Just the boot. The boot is sticking out. That's the bit that you saw, and then like kind of the end of like a bit of a cape that's kind of concealing most of the body. From the back, you can't make out you can sort of see the shape of a body. The foot's sticking out. The boot is hanging out of the ice.
And I really want that body.
It's been here a while though. This might not be worth it.
But
Guys, do you think we can pick up something?
cool hilt.
I can tell you that much.
I mean,
It
it's
could
dead.
have. There could
It's not
be.
going-
There could be a map. There could be notes. There could be anything about who this person was and why they were down here and how they were traversing through. I'm not actually saying any of this out loud. While I expect Nyala and Sin to continue running because we want to keep this quietly and quickly, I'm just going to hold up my torch, which is now extinguished, and wave it at Sin in the hopes of Sin lighting it back up so I can melt some of the ice around the body.
So the ice starts dripping away. Where are you melting it from? Where are you going? Because like its top end is more encased, the bottom end is less encased.
The bottom end, the just around the waist.
Okay, towards the waist. So
towards the waist.
As you start melting this away, it's slow going. That you manage to clear an element of a space around the base of this hilt of the sword, and as the kind of misty refraction of the ice comes clear, there is a sword with a delicately engraved hilt of what appears to be a weapon of some sort, like really beautiful filigree on it, and some
Is it
sort
any
of writing.
particular? Is there any kind of? Is it a language that I can make out?
What do you
Probably
speak?
not. I speak Halfling and I speak Common, so probably not.
No.
Okay. I'm going to try and melt a little bit more
Okay.
so I can see any kind of pouches or if there's any kind of satchels or pockets that I can get to around the torso of the body.
So we're going to hop back to Sin and Nyala. So Nyala first. So you are on the first platform. With the rope tied around you.
The second platform is 3, right?
Yeah.
At the moment is free. At the moment, Sin's on that platform.
Oh yeah.
You got Sin on
I'm
the
going to
platform.
stay on the first one, but what I'm gonna do is actually observe the form that is moving around and just keeping an eye on it, just in case.
So you're kind of like readying then, are you? Like with the for something to come up. Okay, cool. No problem. What you at, Sin?
I really want to see what Arden's investigating, right?
Yeah, that's off to your right, and you've got the platform slightly off to your left. That would be your route.
I do like a shout whisper.
Yeah.
Where like
Stage whisper. Hello.
It's like, do you need any help? Like, do you need any help breaking that?
I just turn over and kind of signal to just keep going.
Alright. So, seeing that signal, I jump onto the way we were planning.
Okay, cool. So acrobatics.
20. Oh, I'm doing good with these rolls.
And you actually do a double leap, so you land on the third one and leap to the fourth one, all in kind of one fluid elven maneuver with the axe out, and you slide to a halt on the fourth one, breaking with the axe behind you, and land sort of full on Marvel landing on that one. Now, Nyala, you're still standing there. Van Arden, the ice is melting around the thing. The handle of you can now get some movement on the handle of this blade, and there is a pouch you can slide your hand into.
Okay, I'm going to go for the pouch, grab whatever I can from the pouch, stuff it in my pouches. Not even going to worry about looking at it and seeing what it is at the moment. I'm just going to grab whatever contents of whatever I can get at first, and then grab the sword.
Okay, you take out a small leather-bound
dagger or whatever it is.
Small. You're going to leave you grab the sword as well. Grab the item as well. Yeah. So you grab the book that is inside the pouch. It's a leather-bound thing with a leather thong tying it shut. It's damp, but it seems quite well preserved inside this outer casing. And you pull out this blade and tuck it in your cloak, and you're going to check it out later. Maruk, you've got now the rope is getting gradually tauter as it is going across the chasm, and you have Nyala and Arden across.
I'm still just standing there being a rock hard base because we tied the two, my rope with Van Arden's rope to make 100 foot.
Yeah.
And then obviously Nyala tied
Nyala's got hers
on
off halfway.
So yeah, I'm literally just stood there making sure they don't fall.
Okay, cool.
Like a very protective father.
Okay. You're standing stern and
How old is Rook?
He is, I don't know, 29.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Depending on how
25.
I don't know
I'm
how that
25.
bugbear years that works really. Like,
Let's have a look. It's not in that, is it?
but so
Bugbear is that's like 103 or something.
I'll get back to you.
yeah. So as you as you hear that as you stand there firm, you you can hear this sliding sound from beneath you now. It comes to your ears louder, like something is moving with more rapidity in the pit below. As you're standing stock still,
Yella is just watching it.
you see something glide, black, glistening in darkness below you.
Oh no.
Can I see
This
if
isn't
it
what I think
has
it is.
intentions of attacking?
You have no idea what it is doing.
It's getting faster. We need to be doing the same thing.
Okay, you have been so focused on this stuff, you haven't seen this at all, Arden, and
Yeah.
Thin, you've been leaping, so you don't know this increased awareness or increased movement below you. Maruk, are you going to warn the guys?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, so I'm just trying to find out the age range. I was like, right, go, Van Arden, get back on the fucking path and go. Niala, I will spray water at you if you don't go now. Exactly, get going.
When we get to the next town, we have definitely got to invest in a spray gun.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, for
water
sure.
squirt.
you don't have
Spray
water.
bottle.
Okay, so
I just quickly rummage, see if there's anything else quickly I can grab before turning around and leaping.
the ice is too firm
and
to get
leaping
anything
not to
else
the
with
second, but to
purchase.
the third.
Alright, so
I
I
just
found a
dump the
thing for the
torch.
bugbear.
And I run for the third.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
Sin. So again.
For the bugbear, they live up to 80.
Oh, there you go.
so 29 makes them about 35 in human years,
Yeah.
more or less.
Okay, so you need to make your leap checks, please, Arden.
Da, da, da.
1, 2, 3 to do.
That is 16, first one.
Yeah.
The second one's a 12.
You make that.
Okay.
And then the final one is a 24.
So you're right on the far ledge now. The rope is now quite stretched, with the weight of the rope also like hanging down in the chasm. There is slack to it, but because of the distance, as you know, like a rope's mechanics will hang down. Niala, your rope is now still attached to this section of rope, and Sin, you're on the last platform. You just saw Arden monk past you, basically.
Wow, okay.
Well, am I just picturing like just jumping onto his pot, like his sticky pole, and then just
Pole
like, vaulting
vaulting.
over?
Okay, so Niala, you jump in.
Yes, I'm going to move, yes. I don't know. Do I move the 2 or only the 1? Since
All of
We
them.
all need to get across before Rook can before we even stand a hope at holding Rook's body.
yeah, I'm going to move. I'm going to go at the same level as you guys.
Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3 from where you are.
So 3 acrobatics.
Yeah. It's just the luck of the dice, this kind of.
It really is. Like, you could be the best at dexterity and go tumbling off the edge with a low roll.
So I got a 10, a 15, and a 17.
In that order. Okay, so you leap to the first one and slide. You fall from the far side. Marek strength. Combined with Arden's, actually. So make a strength.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Because is it tied? Is your rope tied to the
Oh,
rope or tied to Maruk?
Nyala's
It's tied
rope
to
is
the-
tied to the rope.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yours can attach to
It's
the rope.
like halfway between.
Yeah. Go on.
Would this be athletics or just a straight strength?
Straight strength because it's gone.
I mean,
Got
mine was
-1 in that.
natural 20 plus 3, so 23.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that overcomes
Got 5.
absolute success because the nat 20 there. Okay, so Maruk stands
I'm
firm.
just
And
like,
you manage to you slide back, but you don't quite you don't fall. Niala, you're hanging down into the pit, and you get a closer look now at what is writhing below you, and it turns, and you see something tentacle like start to spiral round the column that you tried to leap to.
Get up.
Yeah, this is
Now.
much worse than what I thought it was going to be.
No.
Okay.
It's just, I just climb. Can I use the other dice that I made?
Yeah, you can use those ones. So the first one gets you back onto the same platform, and this tentacle's now starting to writhe around the platform you're on.
I'm going to start pulling whatever slack there is on the rope between me and Nyala.
Okay, cool. So you go make your second one. So you're on the last platform now. You've got one jump to make.
So another one.
Yeah, sadly. So
13.
yeah, you're across. So you jump and you kind of land onto Arden, and then there's this probing tentacle kind of lays itself on top of the space where it thought you were, and moves around, kind of like swaying like this at the third platform across the way.
I'd just
shit.
wave at Morik now, and I'd grab hold of the rope.
I guess it's my go.
I gesture to the others to do the same, and I get everybody to kind of stand about 10 feet, 10, 15 feet back from the edge, so that we can
15 feet
dig
actually.
ourselves in.
When you get to about 10 foot back, you're actually in the hole that you saw the other side. So you get a
okay, then no.
You get you actually kind of can tip down into the hole, so your feet against bedrock, and lean.
Okay, so that's
on the rope.
Yeah.
So you are really braced, and the other guys are holding further along.
Wait, real quick. I want to turn into a bear so that we have like more
Extra
weight.
strength.
Yeah. So
Let him be the anchor.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
There's the anchor. Forget me. Be my -1 strength. Let Sin be the anchor here.
So you look as you're kind of starting to almost abseil in this hole, and Sin polymorphs into this huge bear form and kind of just cocks its head and looks at you like, "What? Can you be me?"
You could have done that earlier.
And so.
And you're a genius. Don't let him belittle you. Yep.
And so you
Anyway, Rook, go.
How many jumps do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5d20. Here we go. So that is a 19 for the first one.
Yeah.
A 16 for the second one.
Yeah.
An 18 for the next one.
Yeah.
Another 16.
Yeah.
And then a 14.
They all pass. So you absolutely beast across. With the help of a bear weighing you down and giving you an extra a little tug every time you jump, and he thinks you're just skipping the edge. It gives you that extra bit of momentum to pull you onto the ledge. And the tentacles up in the air. Make a quick dex for me, Maruk.
Just straight dex.
With advantage because you're stealth. So.
Oh, That is
I mean,
18.
I don't know how we've managed to continue
Okay.
stealth, but we have.
No,
so
I don't know either.
Well, you were stealth. It's only the ice that was falling that was seemed to be arousing the creature's suspicions below you. So, you
suppose running on ice is quieter than running on rock.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
you presume probably that it's vibrational rather than sound that this creature is sensing. And you jump across, and you're the far side, and then you see from the pit below a writhing mass of tentacles join the first one.
It's a kraken.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
It's a big kraken.
A
Probably a good
kraken
job we
here?
missed that.
The hole is beside you guys. They
Let's go
start
down.
probing towards where Morok has travelled, traversed the air.
Let's go down the hole.
Is it big enough for me to continue as a bear?
Isn't it just? Is it a slope or is it a?
It's a
hole?
kind of drop down and then along.
Ah, damn. Alright. Then I
How
guess I go
far's the
back.
drop? Can we see, or is it too dark?
It's about 6 to 8 feet. It's not a dangerous drop.
Plus,
Oh.
we've still
Oh.
got the rope.
Drop and run, and I said we just get as far away from it as we can safely, and then we move the rope.
athletics, guys.
Oh, I'm good at this.
Everybody.
They-
17.
Okay.
21.
That's
Told you I have good rolls.
Oh, I'm staying in my bear form. I'm just saying, because I got a +4 to that.
Yeah.
It was actually a good roll. I got a natural 20 with that, so it's total 24.
And Arden? That was a sad
We
face.
don't need to worry about. We don't need to worry about
I
mine.
feel like we do.
Go on.
It was a 6.
On the group roll that you're pelting it down the tunnel, you charge, drop down the hole, and start running for your lives. This mass of
Like I'm gonna be
tentacles
carried for a
surges
second
up
time
and
this
out
go.
of the pit and stretches down after you. You glance over your shoulders, and all you can see is almost liquid black suckers serrated on the inside, chasing you, following you down this tunnel, reaching out for you, trying to clip at your ankles, and you all of a sudden it goes taut and can move no further, and it seems to have reached its limit, and it gradually resides. The walls drip with a slimy ichor and the smell of something old and something ancient recedes.
I told you there'd be something ancient down here.
I'm going to take out a vial and just get whatever of that ichor I can into a vial.
You're walking back towards it.
Well, not back, just the very
I
edge
just-
of where it was.
Okay,
So
So the very edge of where it could get to.
make a sleight of
Stealthy.
hand. Sleight of hand.
I'm gonna grab the rope and
Yeah.
just chug him back in if the tentacles come
Okay.
back.
Okay.
I'll take the natural 19 with a +5, so that's 24.
Okay. So you're so quiet on your sneaking back, you scoop a vial of this strange ichor from the wall. You now have a vial of ancient tentacle ichor.
Don't know when that's going to come in useful, but
Don't
you
judge
know.
me. Don't judge me. It could.
No.
You never know.
No judgment.
Yala just look at him and she's like, "Do you think I could have ate that? It's okay. It looks like,
No.
but I'm
No.
hungry."
I know you like fish,
That's different.
but
Kettle
maybe
fish.
stay off the
That
calamari.
is like the biggest calamari you've seen in your life. So you are now at the far side of this place, and you see the corridor that you've dropped down into. Again, curves slightly to the left this time, and drops down again, going more into the bedrock of this continent that you're on.
Just got to keep going forward, I
Okay.
think, team.
So you proceed along this passageway, and a chamber opens up in front of you, in this space across the way, you see a patch of mushrooms growing. Not the same type of mushrooms that you've seen previously, but another patch. They're not moving. They don't seem to be animate. They are straight across the room. There are two large crops of rock in front of you. So there's a passageway through the middle of them. There's a passageway either side of them. The mushrooms are the far side. Just to the right of them, you see another crack like the exit of that cavern.
I take a moment to pull out the book.
You're going to look at the book. Make an investigation as to what you're looking at here. And what languages do Sin speak in Nyala and Muruk?
I speak Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
I speak Common, Druid, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan.
Okay.
Common and Goblin.
Okay. You
I
can
just
see
speak common and halfling.
so you
But
see
I got 18.
some of the text is in a language you can read straight away. The script is quite looping, and the bit that you can't read, but it appears to be there are pictures of the different myconids that you've seen before. But the descript and there's bits of text saying like encyclopedia, and then you can kind of make out that part, but you can't make out all of the text.
Okay. I show it to the others. So, can any of you make out any of this text?
So Sin, you see
I
two
can
things
try.
within Sin sees within this text. There are some druidic messages throughout, hints, not really the spoken as a written language as such, but certain things are placed upon the page that mean intrinsically to you that this is a person of nature, that this book belonged to a member of the druidic tradition, and there may be more information to glean from it. Immediately you see upon the page written, there are all the different pictures of the myconids, and some of the ones that you've seen before, some of the sentient ones. Can you make an investigation check to see if you can work out what the ones the far side are?
Yeah. What's my thing for investigation? Oh, 0. Damn. Okay. 12.
12. You know the text, you read through it, and you realize that those are part of a concoction. They would be part of a concoction that would take you on a celestial trip, but it's not the full part. It's only part of the ingredient, the brew that you would need to create to make this.
Real quick, just want to let you guys know I'm still in my bear form. So
Yeah, you're just
like when Arn,
holding a book like
yeah, Arn was holding it for me, and I'm
I'm kind of just like picturing Beast from X-Men, just like, oh, yes, but
Little spectacles on the end.
at the same time, that's kind of how I see Rook.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So you know them to be a component for something that would help you travel, and from what Maruk said earlier, he said part. They're part of the travel. So the mushrooms that he was given.
Oh, okay. So I go back like to normal, right? And I do like a big yawn. Damn. That's like, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You got a component.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, did I know that Rook only has part of the component, or
He
was that on
he
his
said it
end?
out loud when
You
he
told
was-
us before we left, yeah.
Yeah, he said it's
Oh,
part.
okay.
It's like halfway or something.
Yeah, halfway.
Oh, okay.
Take
So,
it.
like after reading the journal and remembering what Rook said, I say, guys, I think that the person that we looted before, I think he figured out the rest of the things that we need for the astral projection, and the other half is the mushrooms that are on the other side of the room. You said the other side of the room, right?
Yeah, they're the far side of the cavern.
Yeah.
They're on a slight sort of raised dais as you look over, above the floor proper. They're kind of on a ledge, about sort of 4 feet up on a little speck of land, and there's some of that kind of myconid phosphorescent glow lighting them up.
In the journal, does it say that we need to like eat them together, crush them, or like?
You could you flicking through right now in this cave. You need to study the book proper, you believe, like to glean any further way to concoct them into spell. It seems there are many complex instructions within this book. You can make a what was your investigation when you looked at it? It was like 17
12.
Well,
When I looked at
12. Yeah, so right now, no, you'd have to sort of attune yourself, sit with the book, read through it, and learn its ways, learn the secrets contained within it.
Mm-hmm. I turn to the group and say, do you guys want to rest here a while, or do you guys want to keep going on?
you know what? Let's rest for a while because this thing, and because I'm hungry, this thing was scary as heck.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
Need to charge my phone. I come back.
gonna make camp? Are we doing watches? How are we doing this?
I'll take watch.
First watch? Okay. You gonna rest, or you got no hit points down?
No, I'm good. Don't need a rest. I'll just take the whole watch if everyone else wants to rest.
Cool. So you know are
He's
you aware
a
about like
barbarian.
you're aware about like fatigue rules and stuff like that, Brooke?
I'm not.
Exhaustion,
No.
isn't it? Levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, levels of exhaustion.
Never mind. I'll take a short rest.
Yeah, okay. So you short rest while you could maybe swap with Sin would be the best way
Yeah.
to do it. So Sin can do go in your trance whoop, while Maruk takes a short rest.
Because I don't think I was like hurt or anything, and I
Can
just need a
someone-
short rest to restore my wild shape, so I'm good.
Okay.
I'll take a
Can-
short rest because I got
Does
a bit of a scratched
someone-
up face.
Go on.
Can someone actually heal?
Yeah, if you got a cantrip, just heal it.
Now that I have a cantrip, I only have first and second level spells that I never use.
Wait, it's for my pole.
That's 4 hit points.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah,
cantrip
yeah,
healing
yeah. I
or
got
whatever, is
you. I got you.
I
Let
need
me look at my spells real quick.
Yeah, I need 3 HP.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just do. I can go. I'll do a healing word. I mean, no, cure wounds. So I just like. So I asked Niala. Did I say it right? Yeah. I asked her to like put her palm on, and I go like, bam.
That's the most hip hop elf ever.
Bam, you healed.
Your wounds. Smack.
Oh, please slap him around the face to kick
Technically, it's touch.
your wounds.
This is this kind of two-phased part of Sin. Like, absolute calm, precision, and
He's
ninja
vicious.
and
Sheen.
then slicing through dead
Sin is brutal.
skull and low rolls.
And
Heal, heal
And,
for a
and
total of
remember,
9.
Sin is a woman. No.
Yeah, my
Yes, Sin
character's
is.
a woman.
Sin was the
She's
one
dark.
that put the axe to this guy's throat when he was half dead and just finished the job.
It's like that was his skull. She sliced through his
Yeah.
skull. Like,
And tore open a half orc as a buyer. Yeah. Like,
What I'm gonna do is when Sin slap, I'm just just go cry a bit and say, as I'm
mean-
going to slap her in her forehead, just for her to just back down, but nothing enough to hurt her.
Okay.
I'll
Are
just
you
roll a hit
crazy?
dice.
I only. Do I get all of my HP though?
What did you hear
Yeah,
about?
you got 9 hit points. You're good. Because I have a +4 to healing and I roll a 5.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, you're back up to max. And you're standing at the edge of this cave.
How long is it gonna take to go through the journal?
You probably have to do that as a long rest. You'd have to kind of camp to do that kind of thing.
Right. So what was like my turn or like shortly before my turn? I like to grab like 2 handfuls of the mushrooms that were in the other side of the room.
Okay.
Just like
Okay, so they're probably 40 foot away across the room. And the room's about 60 wide sort of thing. So 60 by 40 in an oval shape.
oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I'll just walk up to the mushrooms and like just grab as much as I can. I put them in like
Right. So you walk about halfway across the room.
uh-oh.
And you hear a sound, and you what's your armor class?
13.
And you see shoot down beside you with a heavy what appears to be a heavy lump of rock, but then you look down and realize that it's writhing. It's sort of, and an eye opens in the side of this stalagmite and stares at you and screeches.
What the fuck is this
All
shit?
right. what I'm gonna do real quick is
What kind of Lovecraftian nightmare are we in?
I don't know.
Tentacles, rocks with eyes.
Do you want to see what it
mushrooms
looks
that
like, this thing?
Yeah,
Guys,
I want to see. I want to see.
guys, remember what it said? That we had to go, that we had to travel, and all the thing that he said?
This thing
Maybe. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
lands
that's
down
cute.
beside you.
Oh,
That's a thing you
cute.
saw me.
That lands on the floor beside you and screeches at you and opens its eye.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is. It's real cute.
It's
I'm gonna
not.
freak out, grab my axe, and like ah.
Okay, roll for initiative, everyone.
Everyone.
No, well, no, just Sin actually, just Sin because
Okay.
he's engaged.
How many of them are?
9.
9. Okay. 12. So I'll go first.
I just love how our healer is the most violent of us all.
It starts to crawl along the floor, away, trying to get away from you. It would appear.
Okay.
Wait. How many feet?
And it moves 5 feet away from you.
It's 5 feet away from me. So
No, 5 feet away from Sin. So Sin's out in the middle of the room. So it's traveled about 20 feet, maybe 15, 20 feet
Okay.
out across the room. It's now moved 5 feet towards the mushrooms.
I'm going to firebolt it.
No.
Don't burn the mushrooms.
No,
I need
not
the
the mushroom. Not the
What's the
mushroom.
radius on fireball?
Oh, this is gonna get so
no.
bad.
And if you miss, I could hit the mushrooms. I'm just saying.
There's no radius. There's no radius.
Firebolt is just like a bolt. It's not.
it's
not
fireball.
fireball.
It's firebolt.
Fireballs. Yeah.
I was gonna
Fireball's
say,
the
at level
big one.
3,
This is
how
a
did you
little
get
one.
that? Jeez.
Okay, so you're going to try and firebolt the one that the creature on the floor in front of Sin.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
go
it's
through.
gonna go so badly.
You're lucky. It's a 10.
No, shooting flames soar past, skim its little pink fleshy hide, and there's a sizzle. It goes, but nothing more, and it continues to try and slither away from Sin. Sin, it's broken combat with you, so you actually get an attack on it.
Can I just grab it?
I'm gonna try and grab at this thing.
Yeah, I want to like pick it up. I want to. Oh, look.
Okay,
This-
make a
How long is it?
a
This is gonna
straightforward
go
strength
so
check.
well.
Strength? What's my strength? I don't even
You're
know
gonna
my
just try and
strength.
pick it. You're trying to grapple it, aren't you? So yeah, it's a strength
Oh,
contest.
no.
I guess. So
Alright.
roll a strength.
This is going
add
to
your
go
modifier.
so well.
I want to use my inspiration from last game and gain advantage on it.
Okay.
Let me get rid of that real quick. Bam.
Six.
Okay. $11.
So you beat its strength contest. So now you're standing in the middle of the room holding this squirming, wriggling thing with teeth and pincers going like this in front of your face.
And I turn to the group and like, guys, look what I found.
I'm just. Yeah, it's just.
Like a proud cat that brings in a dead mouse.
That's the episode title right there. Sin's squishy slug. Oh dear.
I think you gained your inspiration back.
Spent it, immediately got it back.
Yella is going to the thing and just grabs the thing and just trying to scratch it for it to just die.
No, I put her away. I put her
So,
away.
Niala, as you walk across the room,
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
you
Do we
take
all get one?
Can I look at the ceiling, please?
5, 6, 7, 7 piercing damage
Why?
as one of them falls again from the ceiling and lands straight on top of you and slices through part of your shoulder.
Oh.
Ooh.
How many
After I
did you
hear
say?
her too. Damn, I should have just waited.
So there's one on the floor.
7 piercing damage.
7.
Yeah.
It got a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh damn.
I'm sorry, what?
So before this surprise round is over, because I'm guessing this is what
Yeah,
it is,
you can roll. if you want.
I'm going to look up at the ceiling and just see how many more of these things there are. Because I was going to sit down and look at my sword, but then the children
Maybe not.
So
started playing.
you look up and you see there are another 2 in the space near Sin and Niala of these what look like stalagmites, but as you look closer now, you can see them kind of moving across the ceiling, trying to get to where the other characters are below. Your party members are below. You see 2 to your right on the right-hand passage. You see none to the left-hand side. So you've got these 2 lumps
So
of
there's
rock.
6 in total.
There's 2 on the. There's 1 that's on the ground.
2 on the ground, 2 above them, and 2 to the right.
Yeah, and none on the left hand. So you've got these 2 rocks in front of you as well. They're kind of 2 are guarding one passage. There's 2 on the other one as well that are still up on the ceiling.
Okay. Well, shit. Here we go.
They behave, these creatures,
I
very
just
strangely.
looked at Rook,
Yeah, go on.
and the other there's 2 that are moving towards Niala and Sin as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of making their way across the ceiling, kind of looking to get purchased a drop.
Right. I'm first gonna shout out to Rook and just point at them, the ones that are up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh
Rook.
Smash.
and then I'm just
Yes.
like, Nyala, Sin, above you.
Okay.
And then I'm literally just gonna draw my sword and run for the other two that are
And
at the.
we all roll for initiative then, please.
Try.
What did I roll? Or do I roll again?
You can roll in. Keep your roll one, which was
18.
okay.
18.
18.
Snap, snap.
Go on, Arden.
Well, apparently it takes me a while to get up because I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So
Did I roll a 9?
Yeah. I think you got ahead of them. So I think yours was a 9. So it's in.
Alright.
Who's going to go first with Nyala and Morok?
Is it decided on like a stat or something, or
No, you can just choose.
can just
after
decide.
Nyala?
Okay, Nyala's kind of would make sense because she's kind of in combat with
Yeah.
one of them that's splattered to the floor. So, and they were both 18s. Okay, so the creatures move across the top of the room, and one of them tries to drop on Sin. 10? No, it doesn't get you. And the other one drops on Nyala again with a nat 20.
That's what you get for attacking it. I'm just saying.
And you take
Rook,
10.
you've got to get up and Nyala
10?
fast.
10.
Oh, damn.
Oh damn!
Hold on.
Does any of you have potion?
I
Are you
can
out?
heal you. I'm healing for days.
I'm out.
Oh shit!
You're unconscious.
Nyala's out.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I'm out.
Shit.
Okay.
I'll heal you. Don't worry. I got you.
The other two start moving slowly across the ceiling to where Maruk and Arden are, but they've only got 5. They move about 5 feet towards you. They're about probably 10 foot away now.
How high is the ceiling?
Uh,
They're 10 foot away.
they're,
Is
they're,
that 10
they're
foot
10
range or
feet-
they're
10 feet in parallel distance? They're about 20 feet above, maybe.
Huh.
15 to 20
Interesting.
feet up above
I
you.
don't know whether I've got it yet. But
So
I'm
next
not,
is
so I'd like a
Nyala.
double
So
jump
the
distance.
one of them's landed beside you. Sin's holding another one that's squiggling, and that you've got 2 of them by your feet that are now squirming, but they're trying to back away.
I'm unconscious.
Okay, they're squirming round your body.
That's a death saving throw.
Not on. Yes,
Wait.
death saving throw on your turn.
No, it's an immediate.
can
If
hear
she
you.
gets attacked while she's unconscious, that's an immediate fail of 1 death saving throw.
They can't. It's not their turn.
It's Nyala's turn. So
Made her
Okay.
unconscious. So it doesn't really count. That's
So
fine.
I make a death save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
10
do
or
I do-
higher is a success.
Yeah.
You roll a d20.
Till someone heals you
Just roll.
or
Just
stabilize.
roll 10 or higher.
and not on that one.
Wait. D&D Beyond is slow.
Yeah, you're glitching a bit as well.
I have my video stuttering. There's a really good app where you can select all the different types of dice and how many of them you want to roll on your phone called RPG Simple Dice. This is not a plug. It's just a really good
I
app
have
for
that.
rolling dice on your phone quickly.
Not sponsored.
Not spawn.
It's
Hashtag.
a
not-
free app, so I don't know how they're making any money. From it. There's no ads on it
I
either.
pass
Cool.
barely.
Oh, you're cool.
12.
You buy. It's
Cool.
fine. So
It's one of
the
3.
creatures that are on the floor, as their sort of bonus, are trying to back away from any of you. They're trying to
Any of
squirm
them
toward,
within range of a opportunity of attack or not?
not
they're moving away
anyone
from
that
us.
they were engaged with Nyala. So, Sin, you can maybe.
Conscious, so she can't
Yeah.
attack.
So it's Maruk's go. So let's say it's Maruk's turn. Go.
I'm gonna take out my spear, which has a 20-foot range, and I'm just gonna start stabbing at the ones on the ceiling.
20-foot range with a spear.
Is it? You're chucking it.
No, I'm just gonna jab at them.
20-foot spear. Jesus.
Yeah.
20-foot spear. That's a big spear.
Plus,
So would you just add your strength, or is it your dex then if you're chucking it?
it's strength.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's just jabbing at them. Plus, I get an extra 5 feet because I'm long-limbed.
Oh yes, you've got long reach because you're
Yeah.
larger.
Well,
you're
yeah.
a bigger
So
creature.
that's how I get the 20-foot, I think.
So you get one attack, obviously, because it's two-handed, isn't it? So one attack.
Well, it's versatile, so I can do 1 or 2.
Oh, okay. So versatile. If you had a small weapon in your other hand, you could.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But they're too far away to.
Yeah.
Two-hand fight.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna jab at this guy with my spear. I'm not gonna rage because they look quite passive.
Killing them.
That is 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is a D8. 9, is that while I'm raging? Yeah. So that is 9 damage.
Okay. Yeah, 9 damage.
I have to go for at least 5 minutes. Can you?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll keep you alive.
Yeah.
Thank
Hopefully.
you.
Or we'll
Just
stick
1
you to
minute.
come back.
It won't take long.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Okay, so
Things are vicious.
yeah, there's still one on the ceiling, and then the other 3 are 2 on the floor. There's 2 on the ceiling still. There are now 3 on the floor, sorry, and 1 in Sin's arms, cradling it like a I love a little child. It's Sin's go. So you've got
I'm keeping this one.
you're armed with a squirming
Thing.
creature.
Mine.
You have no weapons because you've grappled this thing. So like,
You grabbed it with both hands. Like, "Argh."
Am I next to Niala?
sorry.
Am I next to Niala? Like,
Yeah,
she ran-
Niala's on the ground next to you. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna like put a knee down or something so that I can like try to have him like in my hold,
Mhm.
but also I forgot the name of the spell.
Cure wounds.
Yeah,
Or
cure wounds.
Healing touch.
Yeah, cure wounds it. Okay, roll for your heal on Niala.
1d8.
And you've got this thing pinned underneath your knee.
This is d8. Yeah. Okay. 4 plus 4, 8 points.
Cool. So she's back up. Cool. We'll tell her when she gets back. She'll be pleased.
8 points. That's good.
Can you roll a strength check with disadvantage, please?
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, so it's just straight strength.
18.
You manage to hold on to this squirming object underneath your arm that's clashing its
Your rolling has been amazing tonight.
Yeah.
Sam.
yeah,
Oh, I'm like so happy right now.
absolutely smashing it, man.
Why do I fear we've picked up another useless life form?
And now you've gone round your background to snack.
Oh, beautiful.
Your background is to Arden now, and
Hello again.
Niala, you're up 8 points.
You're down. You're down.
You've been healed.
You're
Yeah.
healed 8
Nyala, you're permadeath. Nyala's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Been crouched to you and healed you by 8 points with cure wounds. Arden, it's your go. There's 1 on the ceiling. There are 3
Just the one on the ceiling.
2 on the ceiling and
3
3 on the floor.
Yeah, 2 on
1
the
being
ceiling.
grappled.
Okay, where are the 2 on the ceiling moving towards at the moment?
They're now they're proceeding towards you and Moruk.
Okay, I'm going to run over to the one that Sin has got pinned,
Okay.
grappled,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to attack that one. Just try and stab it in the face with my sword because I think you get advantage on attack rolls on enemies that are grappled, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to run and stab that thing in the face.
Okay, so
That's pinned down with its nibs.
you're going to try and get it away, your new pet, Sin. So I'd like you to make like, what are you attacking it with?
What? I'm just going to use my sword, my Archon blade.
So
Acheron
strength
blade.
versus strength, then I guess. So like to see if
Well, I can use dexterity on my attack rolls.
Okay, so yeah, what are you going to choose,
So-
strength or dex?
I'm using my dex.
You're using your dex.
it's
Okay,
martial-
so dexterous.
He's got a
or
-1
sin to
strength.
get this out your way. So roll dex, each of you.
Oh no! I thought that was a 1. Then it's a 7, so that's 13 in total.
Okay.
But hold on, I get advantage, don't I? Because it's
Jerry killed it. I
No,
got
'cause
six.
he's countering it, so there's no advantage because he doesn't want you to hit it.
oh, he cancels out the advantage
He
because he's
doesn't
trying
want
to
you to hit
protect his
it. So
pet.
Sin, what did you get?
Of all the things you have killed, you decide to spare this one.
Yeah,
Sin, what did you get?
a 6.
A 6. No, so
I got
Van,
13.
you get
Shit.
Can we at least keep it for food?
your strike on it. So what damage do you do?
I do. That is. Bear with me. Sorry. Come on, D&D Beyond. No, that's a dart, not a sword. Sorry. That's Oh, that's 8 damage.
Okay.
No.
Sin's like a small tear appears at the corner of Sin's eye as you've hurt his new pet. Her new
No!
pet. Okay, so we're back up to the pieces.
Oh, hold, I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry, got your second attack. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. I'm just. I'm tempted to punch Sin in the face at this point.
Please do it.
Tempted. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to because I am lawful neutral.
Odds you won't.
Not evil yet.
The party is gradually swaying you that way, though.
The party at the moment is edging my alignment.
The thing is, I'm lawful good. I should be encouraging
Rook's fine.
this.
Rook is solid.
I am.
Right.
I'm actually
screw it.
is a chaotic neutral, so
Yeah,
We've got such a weird mixture, haven't we?
Yeah, we really
Right,
do.
I'm going to use a key point even, to do a flurry of blows on the one that
It's
Sin is
on.
holding.
On Sin.
So that's, yeah. So first hit is a natural 20.
Oh,
So that is 4 plus 3. So that's, oh, you got lucky. I rolled though. So that's 7 damage in total for the
Okay.
first strike.
yeah.
Is it still alive?
It looks very unwell in his arms.
Oh God, these things just don't die easy and they hit hard. Right. Okay. And then
how
the
much
final
how much
strike.
health does it
You got 8 back.
no the creature, how much health does it have?
I'll show you after
God.
the encounter.
Yeah,
You can read it up.
we need to start playing maths. And that one's a 7.
Okay. It's
Wait.
barely
another-
breathing, this creature.
So after another 7 damage, it's so.
Yeah.
So from this, oh my God. So I've done. How much damage did I do on my sword attack?
Not much.
You did 7, 9, 7.
23.
Okay, so I've done 8, a 7, and a 7. Oh no, I did 9, a 7, a 7.
No, you
Yeah.
did. Hold on, let me do it. You did. Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's my calculation. Sorry, no, it goes limp in Sin's arm. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it's dead. Sweet.
Yes.
Watch, you're gonna get axe to the back of your.
So it goes now. Niala, you are prone because you blacked out. You wake with to see that Arden is smashing this creature in that Sin is cradling and bellowing with rage that he's attacking. And you look to your side, and either side of you are these squelching creatures like slithering away from you. Try to back up from you.
Just remember they attacked us first.
They're gonna attack me.
They did, but they missed both times.
I'm just
Yeah, all that.
I'm just asking myself, are they wise enough to avoid my next attack?
Probably not. They're
No.
slugs.
So what I'm gonna do?
You could always roll a 20, so you never know.
Mm,
I've had 2
But I'm-
nat 20s so far
exactly.
Could be a really wise
with
slug.
these creatures as well.
In a row.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever
So
seen a
what I'm
dog's life?
What I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is cast Tolls the Dead.
Oh yeah. I love that one.
I like
One
Toll
of
the Dead.
And they have to have a wisdom of 12.
They have to have.
Or do they
Wisdom
have to,
saving
save
throw.
against.
or is it a save throw?
Or is that a requirement of them having 12 wisdom?
They have to have 12 or above to actually
For it to have an
escape.
effect.
But
Oh, that's the saving throw that they have to do. Okay.
Yeah. So the saving throw, they roll a 16. They're pretty stupid. They got -2. So it's 14.
They saved.
So they're smart slugs.
uh,
Okay,
New
so
from, new from Apple, the smart slug.
got a bonus
It's a
action, Niala?
wily smart slug. What
no,
would you use that for?
because the other condition is that it miss any of its point. So, but it doesn't miss any HP from what I've
Okay.
seen.
Cool. So now we're to Maruk. You're still at the front of the cave. There's still one on the ceiling spiked.
I'm debating raging, but at the same time,
Wait.
Probably not.
Before that, so they are going away from me.
Yeah.
That's a reaction on my part actually, because I have opportunity attack.
Yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity on them if you want to. Yeah, because they back up.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to punch one of them really hard.
Okay, go for it. Go on.
To it.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Yeah, that hits.
It hit.
I think. Hold on, let me just check.
Okay.
13. Would you get advantage on that because it's a attack of opportunity?
no.
No. So no, you didn't hit. You bop it on the top and it bounces off.
I have a higher AC than 13. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a tough
Like
little
a-
cookie.
It's like a stone type thing. The flesh is almost like stone to make it blend in.
It's got natural armor.
Yeah.
I'm debating raging for my divine fury.
So then it's to Sin. You're now holding the limp body of your new favorite pet in your arm. Van Alden has flurried it with his fists. You look at this lifeless form in your arm. What do you do?
Oh God.
Kind of debating and attacking Arden. Kind of debating and doing nothing.
You can maybe grab another to have another one.
He's gonna attack it again.
It's like Pokemon, but the ceiling
Gotta
slugs.
catch 'em all.
Like, I can attack Arden and then heal him right back up. I'm gonna do that.
What, your slug?
I'm gonna throw
The
my
slug's
hand.
dead.
It's
You
dead.
can't
It's
heal
dead.
a dead
It's dead.
slug.
You can't heal a dead slug.
I'm gonna attack Arden and then heal him after that.
Okay,
I'll
just
just-
for the sake of blow.
Yeah, I was like, first pet gets killed. Like,
Okay, so what are you gonna roll in for Arden?
with my hand axe, I'm gonna just throw it at him.
But this is how we die, fighting over ceiling slugs.
Go on then.
Natural,
Sorry, say again, Sin.
natural 20.
Oh my days.
I tell you what, no, you don't hit me. You don't,
No?
because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a charge for my ring of evasion. I'm gonna dodge it.
So you thought you hit with your axe, your thrown axe. The axe sails past and embeds in the wall behind Arden on one of the pillars. You
I'm just gonna
realise
look
that
at him like, what the fuck? Look at her and go, like, what the fuck are you
Arden,
doing?
you follow the path of this axe and you realise that with the level of strength that it was thrown with and force, that it would have really, really hurt you.
I mean,
Standing in
Not
a
attacking
I
message
would-
of that.
I would be mad too.
That's it. That's my turn. I'm gonna just give him like a mean look at Arden. That's like not cool.
I'm just gonna be like, what the? I'm just like, so just like, whoa, like, what?
Arden, is your go.
It's my go. Okay.
This
I look up at the
campaign,
walls and
I
ceiling
must
again
say,
just to see where they are.
They're behind you, kind of now. They're like behind you, coming up behind the party slowly. Maruk has one in combat, so only one of them is actually traveling along towards the rest of the.
I must say, this party, this campaign is absolutely what the fuck. But I love it.
Crazy.
Literally.
Like,
I freaking love it.
it's good fun.
So I must say,
It's a bit
we
crazy, isn't it?
continue doing shit like this
Yeah.
all along.
Cool. So
This is going to
I'm
one of them
enjoying it.
proceeding towards you
Um,
about 20 feet because you ran across the room. Well, no, sorry, about 15 feet. So range away
it's
from
20
you.
feet away
15 foot away because it's made its move as well. Sorry.
on the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just going to keep an eye on it then. I just want to make sure I'm aware of where it is.
Okay.
But I'm going to move over to Nyala and try and attack the one that is closest to her.
Okay. Yeah. Go for
She
it.
can't take much more.
Make a
So
wisdom
that
check.
is-
All of you make a wisdom check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
19.
20.
22.
Yeah, cool. So you're straight through even without the last roll. You realise that these creatures,
11.
even with the appalling 11, you make it through. And you realise that these creatures, once on the floor, cannot use their main form of attack, which is to drop upon you. So when they are on the floor, they are pretty helpless.
Sweet.
I'm just going to call out, just like, stop.
Still up for killing them.
Stop infighting. Stop attacking. Just stop.
Okay.
We've still got two above us that are going to come at us.
Yeah, you've still got the two above you.
They're still going to come, and if we let them go, they're going to go up the ceiling and then they're just going to come back down at us again.
Very loudly
I don't know about you, but I
sighs.
still want to sit down and have a rest.
Okay, cool. So you got this one on the ceiling that's proceeding to.
I'm standing there with my sword above this one, having this argument.
Yeah, I'm there with like a spear. It's like, come on.
Just like,
Okay, so Arden, what are you doing?
what do you want us to do? Like,
Get them off the ceiling.
oh, I'm stabbing it. Fuck it.
Okay, so you're stabbing at the one on the floor.
Don't worry, I've got a plan for that. I've got a plan
Oh,
for that. but
really?
I'm just going to stab the one on the floor.
Okay, go for it.
Or at least one of
And
them
what
anyway. I've got a
What
plan.
am I going to do then? Crisp them to the bone?
16 plus 16. What's 16 plus?
It's through his AC.
Yeah. So that's 22. Jesus.
22
What,
damage.
damage?
No, that was to hit. Sorry.
I was going to say.
22 to hit. I can't hit that hard. Please, I'm a monk. Damage is. Oh yes, that's 10 damage.
Oh yeah, mighty
And
strike.
I realized when
It's
the
flat.
thing dropped on me, I should have done shield because I had shield.
I healed either way, so you do.
And then I am going to tell you what. I'm not going to spend. Oh, actually, do I? How many have I got left?
Come on, dogs, go.
Bye, dogs.
Oh yeah, go on. Why
Thank
not?
you.
Yeah, I'm going to spend another key point. I'm going to do another flurry of blows.
On the one that's down.
Because there's 2 on the ground still, isn't there? So yeah, the one that I've just stabbed,
Yeah.
10 damage. Gonna follow up. I'm just going to stamp on it.
Yeah.
That is 17.
To hit. Was that to
Cool.
hit? Sorry.
That was 17 to hit. Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
and that's 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Looking very unwell. This poor stamped on bruised slug.
And then last hit. That's 23 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is another 6 damage.
It goes limp.
Okie dokie. And for my movement, I'm going to move
Yeah.
directly under one of the ones on the ceiling.
Okay. So the one that Muruk's not engaged with, yeah, or the one Muruk's engaged with.
Well, there's 2 on the ceiling still, isn't there?
Yeah, one that Muruk's fighting with a spear.
Oh yeah, because it's still on the ceiling, isn't it? It didn't even drop down. Yep. Just one of. Yeah, the one that he isn't engaged with. I'm
Okay.
going to stand underneath it.
Lovely. Okay, so they move. They try and move closer to Muruk. It is not above Muruk, so it can't drop. The other one is above you and drops.
Natural 20.
So as it drops, I'm going to
14.
use my reaction, which is deflect missiles.
Okay. It's not.
So I can use my reaction to.
Go on.
Does it count as a missile?
It counts as a melee, I'm afraid. So it drops.
It's dropping. It's coming at me from like the aerial. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll 50-50 it then. So you're going to try and use your deflect missile. It drops and it gets a 14.
To hit. No, it misses.
It
Doesn't
misses.
hit. With
Okay, so it
14,
just drops down, plops beside you, and with your deflection, it lands wonky. It doesn't land on its spike because you've kind of half shimmied it off, and it takes some damage as well. It didn't land as it should. So now there's one on the ceiling, the rest of them riding
Okay.
around on the floor. Nyala, you've got these. You got 2 by your feet. Oh, your sound's gone.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Better?
There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Firebolt
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Cool. Roll to hit.
I got a nat one.
And that.
A nat one.
Oh no. Okay, roll your damage.
No, I rolled a nat one on a to hit.
Okay, yeah.
So,
She got a nat 1.
Yeah, so it misses completely. So you were firing at the floor, so yeah, you absolutely miss. And we'll say the flames spread on the floor, and the bodies of the ones that are not moving catch a light and start burning. So there's 2 bodies of these creatures that are on fire. Sin's favourite pet, and the one Arden just smashed.
and Yella is like looking at Sin, and it's like,
Feeling the hate right
oops.
now.
Okay, now it's Maruk's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say screw it. I'm just gonna rage
Okay.
because then I get all of my cool features.
Okay. Love it.
I'm just gonna stab at this one up above again.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, the rage did it.
The rage did it. Oh right, so let's get my calculator
The
up so I
red
can.
mist descends.
Right, so it's that's a 1d10. What's 1d10? There it is. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it max damage plus dice damage?
It's you double your dice for a nat 20. Double your dice, and then you add your any modifiers that are like 5
Got you.
on your first strike. If you've got
10,
multi strikes. On that hit, sorry.
plus 3. Bear with me.
How many dice has he got to roll?
Oh,
It's a raging barbarian, though. So
yeah.
it's on a dice.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 24 damage.
Eviscerate the thing with the spear that you're holding to the ceiling. It kind of cracks into the top of its meaty, stonish body and slices through to the bedrock that it's clinging onto. The 2 halves cleave apart, and entrails and its eyeball drop down into a wet puddle beside your feet.
Because that's with my divine fury as well.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Yeah. So, there's just a wet slap of entrails and goop by your feet.
Beautiful.
And you're standing there like, ah.
Ew.
And at this point, you realise that the threat of these creatures is kind of gone, and you can just kind of walk through, and you, with your blistering rage, Maruk, kind of walk through the rest of them with this spear, stabbing them, piercing them, pinning them to the rocks, and basically making a mess while you're completely blind to Sin's distressed looks as you're kicking like the flaming bodies around the place. And you're eventually you kind of gather your breath. And you look around at
I
everybody
just
else.
kind of look at this guy and I go, "This is the one who told us to stop."
Yeah. It's like a trigger point. Like there was just too much slug.
Look,
Like you flipped.
you were all fucking around. I was bored. I was bored of it. I wanted it done, so I just did it myself.
And
Need someone
fucking
do it.
around.
If you need someone to do it yourself.
you glance over at Sin and Sin's look. Describe
You.
it, Sin.
I'm on my knees, like,
Sin, I think you have a target to hit.
yeah, what was
Rook?
that?
Rook, run. I'm
No.
going to blow your monkey ass to the crisp.
We're gonna have an initiative again with Arden. Roll an insight.
Dear. Hold on. That is 15.
Okay. Were you telling the truth, Niala? Were you genuinely mad at Muruk?
She doesn't like to. She doesn't like to be told what she had to do, how to do it, and especially when it come from a man.
Ah. Okay. So
So,
yeah,
Rook,
that's what you get the impression. You get the impression that she's quite serious. Sin, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like you want to attack? You gotta.
I'm gonna stand up, go to my axe,
Mm.
right? Grab my hand axe.
Pull it back
Yeah.
out the wall.
Yeah, I put it out, and then
I'm just going to give you a little PSA. If this hits, I will still be raging.
Hmm.
I never thought I was attacking.
So he
Right.
takes half damage.
Just going to put it out there. Just going to put it out there.
I'm gonna put my hand on, like, I'm gonna caress the blade, and then look at both of them as like one day. Watch. Then I
Okay.
put it away.
So you retire your axe and put it away, and the situation seems diffused for now. The passageway to the mushrooms is now clear. Sin, you can now approach what your original target.
Oh yeah, the mushrooms. Okay, so
No one,
Forgot about that.
everyone's completely forgotten why you were in the room fighting slugs.
Has Sin got ADHD?
Yeah.
yeah, that-
So Sin,
Mushrooms! Oh, slug! Oh!
Sin approaches.
There's no shame in it, but
Just good character building.
Yeah, and collects a swathe of these mushrooms. How many do you want to take?
like 2 or 3 handfuls.
Okay,
That I can
so
just go with that.
that gets you about 12 of these half parts of the.
I'm crying. This
So
party is too much.
you have 12 of these half parts of potions. You look around and everyone's a bit blooded and bruised. This cavern seems reasonably safe for now. You assume that this is a way to gather your
What, did you get
party,
hit once? Is that what
gather
we're
your
talking about?
wits, and maybe make amends in this space. So this is where we're going to end the adventure for now and take.
Can I just end it on one
This is when the
thing?
DM tells us to play nice.
Can I just go to Rook,
Yeah.
come to his face, grab his spur, and put it down on to my level,
Yeah, it's quite a way.
You can try.
and just
Strength
Just
check.
Mike.
Strength check for Maruk and Niala to see if she can pull you down to her level. Go.
Go on. What's yours?
That's a 16.
23.
Maruk doesn't move. You just pull like one small hair out of his face and are left with that in your hand. And Maruk doesn't even flinch at the plucked hair.
It really hurts, to be fair.
And I will go behind, no, not behind, but like besides Arden,
Yeah.
and use, like, just smack him behind the head by using my primal savage.
Why is this going into some sort of
Why are we going PvP?
It's a cantrip, right?
What's my passive perception? What? You're using a cantrip on me? What are you using?
primal savagery. So
Whoa!
Oh my god! Use acid damage on me.
I'm gonna just like sharpen my nails. I go like
Yeah, go.
so quick. What do I need? That's D10.
You got to do an attack roll because it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like your cut, G.
And then it's a 12.
Please be his,
Oh, wait.
please be his worst roll of the night.
12.
12 plus 6, 18. Do I hit him?
Yeah, that hits, Van.
I mean, yeah.
That's a D10.
Can I use my? I'm going to use another charge of the. Oh, but he's behind me, isn't he? So I can't see it
You
coming.
can't see him coming.
10 points of damage.
I was going to say I could.
How much?
10.
10. Okay.
10 damage.
Why are we going PvP? It's the second episode.
Don't worry, I'll heal you.
Can I just remind everybody of their alignments and to
Yeah.
stick to them? Like,
So you take that damage, 10
that's the
damage,
most damage I've taken during the campaign.
and then
I'm a chaotic neutral, so I do what I think is good, and from what I think is the right thing to do. So, if I choose to smack you,
yeah, you can do what you
I
want.
will do it.
Chaotic neutral is the kind of completely like I go where I feel. So you've done that, and then what do you do?
One more thing.
What do you do, Van? Because you've got your kind of reaction now, I guess.
And then I'm gonna do my
Okay,
cure
I'm just
like just to hit him up. Do the same thing again. You know.
right.
So 2
Okay.
smacks, one to hurt you and one to heal you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Wait, you get 2 attacks.
No, you
We're-
don't. It's
we're
Van-
not-
it's Van's guy. You
Sin
can't.
gets 2 attacks.
I didn't think that we were in initiative.
No.
yeah. I think we were
I was
out
going to
of-
say I don't think druids are that powerful.
No.
Like,
Are we still fighting? I thought it was like over now.
No, yeah, but you
well, apparently you started a new initiative order by attacking me.
no, but Van,
No, it was me.
Van would still get his reaction to Nyala and Nyala first, really. So you look at Nyala after her batting you one. What do you do?
Nyala was
She's
me.
just there, standing
Wasn't
on
it?
the ground,
Sorry,
like looking at
Nyala hit.
Yeah.
Nyala went for.
Muruk.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So you
Nyala went for Rook, and
Muruk
Sin's
just
gone
stands
for me.
stoic. I imagined. Like I imagine Muruk was just like, I'm not engaging with this.
It just kind of just looks down. It's like, don't do that. Don't.
And then
just
Arden,
don't.
you react to Sin now.
Right. I think it's nap time for Sin. It's nap time. So I hope this goes well.
Okay. And then
Right.
you can do your whatever you wanted to do.
Just right. I'm gonna attack Sin.
Okay.
That's a natural 20 to hit. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna pop that in the Discord right now. Not even joking. One moment. Right.
What is happening?
I don't know. But I think even if it would have missed, I think Nyala would have helped because she's think too. The Maruk
Okay. So
and
that
Sid
is
need a nap. So quarterstaff for both of you.
So what's the damage?
so I've just put the image so that the damage I don't want it to be like slashing. I just want to like smack her in the face with the hilt. So that is 8 plus 4, so that's 12 damage for the first hit.
Okay. Where are you, Sin?
So
I'm
I'm at half health.
12,
Half. Okay.
and I'm going to use a flurry. I'm going to use my final key point for a flurry of
For
blows.
God's sake.
So second attack is a That's a 13. What's your armor class?
13.
13.
Yeah, through.
So that hits.
Yeah.
So that hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So second attack is Come on, D&D Beyond. What are you doing? I don't know what it's doing. 1 minute. So second attack is 6 damage.
Okay.
And final attack as well. So we'll see what happens. Final attack is 14 plus 5, so that's 19 to hit.
Straight through.
And damage is 6.
I'm
I
down.
believe that takes down to 0, yeah?
Yeah, but you can now choose whether you're gonna kill or you can just sort of incapacitate.
Oh, I'm just knocking out. No, I don't want it to kill. Just knocking out. Nap time.
So Sin falls to the ground, incapacitated in this situation. And then you hear a writhing sound from the far side of the rock
Oh,
that you
shit.
didn't go round to the left-hand side. And you see
Oh, crap.
something wiggling, and that is where we will end today's session. Whoa.
Just took out Sin.